It's been 46 years, but I remember that night like it was yesterday. Some moments never fade, no matter how much time passes. Back in 1979, I was in the Air Force working as a cop. It was Washington's birthday, and because we didn't need as many people for the morning shift, I asked to leave early. First time in 3 years. Looking back, maybe some part of me already knew. Maybe my gut had been telling me something all along, and I just hadn't wanted to listen. On my way out of the main gate, I joked to my buddy, "Watch, I'll probably go home and catch my wife in bed with another man." We both laughed. It was just a stupid joke. At least, that's what I thought. But as I pulled up to our trailer, something felt off. It was 2:45 a.m., and all the lights were on. That wasn't normal. I knew my wife, she wasn't one to leave every light burning in the middle of the night. My stomach twisted, but I told myself I was overthinking. I had just worked a long shift. I was tired. Then, as I stepped through the gate, the door to our trailer suddenly flew open. There she was, my 21-year-old wife, completely naked, fumbling to put her robe on. The look on her face told me everything before she even said a word. Not, "Hi, baby." Not, "What a surprise." Not even, "You're home early." Instead, the first words out of her mouth were, "What are you doing here?" I'll never forget the way she said it. It wasn't shock or even guilt. It was panic. She wasn't happy to see me, she was terrified that I had just ruined her night. I barely heard her as I pushed past her and walked down the hall. And that's when I saw him. A man. Passed out in my bed. Some random guy, sleeping soundly in the sheets I had shared with my wife. My head felt like it was on fire. I don't remember exactly what I yelled, but I know I was screaming. She started rambling, making up excuses that didn't even make sense. He finally stirred, groggy and confused, and when he saw me standing there, he scrambled to grab his clothes. That's when I realized who he was. Her dope dealer. She had been cheating on me with her drug dealer. Bringing him into our home, into our bed, while I was out working all night. I lost it. I don't even know how I managed to stop myself from doing something I'd regret. Every instinct told me to handle it right there, to make sure neither of them ever forgot this night. But instead, I just stormed out. Got in my car and drove. I don't even remember where I went. I just knew I had to get away before I did something I couldn't take back. The days that followed were a blur of anger and pain. I did stupid things. Things I wish I hadn't. But none of it changed what had happened. She moved out. Eventually, she moved across the country. We divorced. And as far as I know, I haven't been within 1,000 miles of her since. It was the worst night of my life. And every year, on this date, I remember. Not because I want to. But because some things just never leave you. But here's the thing, life goes on. Today, I'm married to a wonderful woman. We've been together for 45 years, and I can honestly say I have never been happier. She is my rock, my best friend, and the love of my life. So maybe, in the end, that night wasn't the worst thing that ever happened to me. Maybe it was just the night that led me to something better. Still, I just wanted to tell somebody about it. After 46 years, some stories deserve to be remembered.